hidden truth. There was something that happened, you know what I mean? I do feel like that's what happened. Did Kanye West sacrifice his mom? What's up, my beautiful soul family? How's everybody doing today? Everybody remembers, I think it was around 2009. If I got the year wrong, please, forgive me. But I think about 2009, Kanye West's mom, Donda West, passed away from, I think, plastic surgery that went wrong. Anyways, ever since then, there's been long-standing rumors that Kanye West sacrificed his mother for more fame. We've also noticed that there's been a change in Kanye West's personality since his mom passed away. You know what I mean? Some people have said that Kanye's lost his mind. You know what I mean? Kanye wasn't able to cope. He had something to do with her death, and this is the reason why he's unable to cope. What I thought I would do in this video is, I want to do a reading to see, did Kanye West sacrifice his mother? You know what I mean? Did he have something to do with her death from plastic surgery? Was it all a part of some Illuminati ritual? Now, y'all know, of course, before I start this reading, I need to put out my disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I state in this video is just my interpretation of the cards. Nothing I state in this video has been proven to be fact as of now. So now that we got that disclaimer out the way, let's shuffle these cards and let's see, did Kanye West sacrifice his mother, Donda West? Alright, so let's pull the cards and let's see if we get the answers that we seek. So here we go. You got the High Priestess came up, and I get the feeling that there's some hidden truths going on there. Something that we're not seeing. Something esoteric going on. This is what I get from the High Priestess so far. The Tower. Ooh, this is major. There's something that these cards is major saying. You see how you got the two major arcanas together? So you got the High Priestess, which is hidden secrets that's going to be, that's either been exposed or being exposed. You know what I mean? There's some kind of hidden truth, hidden secret, esotericism. There was an agenda. You know what I mean? There was resources. So there was somebody involved with the resources and the balancing of finances. This is about asking about if Kanye West sacrificed his mother, somebody that was weak and influential. You know what I mean? Okay, so somebody that went through a trauma. I'm feeling like there was something that happened. You know what I mean? Because it's like those two cards that first came up was very strong. It's making a statement. If you put the High Priestess together with the Tower, there was scandals and a crisis that happened that was esoteric and part of the agenda, and there was hidden truths involved that had somebody, you know what I mean, with resources. That added more resources, added more funds, but the person was powerless to stop it. I feel like maybe Kanye West was told that he had to sacrifice her in order to move forward. You know what I mean? And I feel like Kanye West has hated himself for it, allegedly. You know what I mean? He got the wealth and the fame. Let's just say he sold out. I'm feeling like, all right, y'all know that verse that Kanye West said on his one of his songs, I sold my soul to the devil for a crappy deal, but at least it came with a few toys, like a Happy Meal, something like that. I feel like this was part of his selling out. You know what I mean? He had overworked himself, and he was like scared. He was scared that he was going to not prosper. But I feel like he was chasing money. He was chasing fame at the time. And it was reassurance that he would never go broke, that he would, have a bunch of money, that he would get a lot of wealth. So I feel like he sacrificed his mom. I do feel like that's what happened, allegedly. I feel like that was part of the deal. He was told that. He was told he had to give up. You know how, you have to give up stuff in Hollywood. This is the dark side of fame we're talking about, you know what I mean? And there was stiff competition in Hollywood. He wanted to prosper. He wanted to have, you know what I mean, a lot of things. It was just, I feel like it was his boss that made him make this deal. It was his boss. It was part of a ritual. You know what I mean? He really regrets it. He really has sorrow over it. He mourns his mother to this day. But I'm feeling like he made certain decisions, you know what I mean, in that moment that ensure his success. So part of his success was he had to, it was a hefty price, let's just say, he had to pay for his success. You know what I mean? And this is the reason why he's still rich. You know what I mean? He still has those riches, but he has a lot of turmoil. He has a lot of trauma. He has a lot of emotional problems going on from it. You know what I mean? This allegedly what I'm saying in the cards. Yeah. I feel like he had a month to decide. They pitched this idea to him, and I feel like they pressured him. And he had a month to decide, to make a decision. Yep, this is what I'm saying. He had a month to make a decision of whether it's going to be him or whether it's going to be her. Because I feel like, had he would have said no, he would have been the one that was taken. And because he said yes, she was the one that was taken, allegedly. This is what I'm seeing in the cards, allegedly. Alright, so, let me see here. Okay, so he prospered. Let me see, we got the Page of Cups. I think he naively thought that it was going to end right there. You know what I mean? That he also naively thought that if he just submitted, everything was going to go good. But that's what actually caused his nervous breakdown, was when, you know what I mean, things went through it with his mom. He had a nervous breakdown. He broke down severely mentally. You know what I mean? He feels like he was so selfish. Why did he allow his mom to pass away? He broke down when his mom died. You know what I mean? There's guilt involved, I feel like. But he also feels like he was bound by the music industry and had no other choice. You know what I mean? Like he had no way out. This is what I feel like. He wishes so badly he could go back to that moment, you know what I mean, and choose different. He wishes so badly he could have his mother back. He chose money. It's like a heavy burden, feeling like he had no option but to choose his mother. But to choose wealth and to choose fame over his mother, and to let his mother, you know what I mean, be unalived, allegedly. But he felt like he couldn't escape it. He does. This is what made his mind split. Like Kanye does have a lot of mental problems because of this. He was really traumatized by having to, you know what I mean, make that decision, allegedly. He had to make that decision. He really traumatized. And since then, he's been very unhappy within himself. You know what I mean? And he feels like this follows him around all the time. He wishes to God he could go back to that. You know what I mean? He can at least let go and move past it, but he don't feel like he can. You got the Devil card, which he feel like all those riches, you know what I mean, him being materialistic at the time, he feels like he made a really wrong choice. So I'm feeling like this did happen. You know what I mean? Allegedly. Let me see. There was the secret society he was linked to. He couldn't escape at the time, but I feel like since then he's severed ties with the secret society. You know what I mean? And he feels like they stole his mother from him. They robbed him of his mother. They robbed him of his mother was one of the best people in his life. He was very close to his mother, and it's just like he feels like that secret society that he belonged to robbed him of that, allegedly. This is what I'm seeing in the cards. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out what this is saying. The last of it was that, okay, so you had a Queen of Wands in reverse. You had a King of Cups in reverse. You had this Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like he was given, part of the deal also was that he was giving Kim Kardashian to marry. This is what I feel like. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing. Part of the deal was that he was giving Kim Kardashian to marry, who was extremely rich, too, at the time, which really also brought him up. I'm feeling like whoever his boss was at the time, you know what I mean? I'm wondering, like, if it was Jay-Z that had something to do with it, that, like, pitched the idea to him to sacrifice his mother. You know what I mean? Like, he had other options, you know what I mean? Like, he could have engaged in homosexual acts, you know what I mean? But instead, he chose to sacrifice the family member. I'm wondering if he knew that it was going to be his mom. I wonder if it was just the thing where, we're going to sacrifice a family member, and he chose that, and maybe they killed his mom, and maybe they unalived his mom, and then he was like, wait, what? And he felt betrayed by it. Yeah, I don't think he knew that it was going to be his mom. I think he just was naive in his pursuit of, you know what I mean, and his ambitions and his pursuit of money and fame and stuff like that. He was blindsided by who they chose to unalive. He knew somebody was going to get unalive, but he didn't know who in his family. He just knew it was a family member. I think that's how they do this. I'm feeling like Jay-Z and P. Diddy had something to do with this too. I don't know, for some reason I'm feeling like it's that energy that's coming in with them. You know what I mean? Allegedly. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing. Allegedly. Alright, so to answer the original question, did Kanye West sacrifice his mom? I'm feeling like yes, but he didn't know that it was going to be his mom that they were going to target. He knew that it was going to be a family member, but he didn't know whom. Or at least, I want to remind everybody, this is just my interpretation of the cards. Tell me what you guys think down below. Do y'all think that Kanye West had anything to do with sacrificing his mom? Do you think that it just came from his boss, who I think was Jay-Z at the time? Do you guys think that Jay-Z and P. Diddy had anything to do with it? I felt like some of their energy was coming in through the cards. Just let me know what you guys think. Thank you, my beautiful soul family, for tuning in. I'll see y'all in the next reading. You have a good one, my babies. I love you.